Hey everybody, it's the OMAD Dad. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that is dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle or eating just one meal a day. I'm back again with some more viewer questions. I have two really good ones today, so I'm going to get right into it. The first one comes from someone named Kit, and it goes, OMAD Dad, what is the point of eating the RDA or recommended daily amount of calories? Wouldn't you eat enough doing OMAD to run most of your biological systems? I mean, some keto people say they don't even exercise. Well, Kit, that's a very good question. Often I've said on this channel, I've talked about using your RDA of calories as kind of a baseline, but mostly as a baseline for judging whether or not you're overdoing your meals. You know, just because you're eating one meal a day and you're not snacking or you're not having a window, you're just sitting down and eating your one meal, doesn't mean that you can't overdo it, especially if you're going out to eat. And I've noticed this at chain restaurants. Like some of the chain restaurants I go to, you could look up all of their nutritional information online. You look at it, and even some of these appetizers are running, 2 to 2,500 calories just for an appetizer. So, depending on what you're eating, if your RDA for calories for your goal weight is say 1,700 calories, and you're eating 3,000 calories a day, even if it is in that one meal, you're going to be putting on some weight. Or at the very least, you're going to have a very difficult time trying to get to your goal weight. There still is the possibility of hitting a plateau here or there, but 9 times out of 10, if you're getting to a plateau or you're just not having much luck, you're probably eating too much. So that's the whole point of going to and using the RDA, recommended daily amount of calories, as kind of a guideline. It's not that you necessarily, in order to make this work, have to count your calories. And I'm going to do a video on this at some point too. I use a calorie counting app and track my calories just as a kind of a general guide. And when I was having difficulty, or I would have a plateau here or there, because again, it's not going to be a straight shot down no matter what weight loss plan you're on. When I was using this tracker app, one thing I noticed is there would be days where I was simply having too many calories, and it wasn't until I became more conscious and had more planning, so where I could maximize the amount of food but not go over and have an extensive amount of calories. At that point, that was sort of what the light bulb that went off and did it for me. If you're eating your one meal a day, yes, you're having enough food in your system, provided your calorie count isn't like 300-400 calories for the day. You have enough in your system to run your biological processes, to run your system, your body. Your comment, some people who are on keto and on YouTube that talk about it often say they don't exercise. You're right. In fact, I didn't lose my weight by exercising. I lost it by doing OMAD. My exercises even today include me just going for a walk on a treadmill or outside if the weather is permitting, just a few times a week. I think walking is a really good exercise. It's not too strenuous. But this is how I lost the weight, is through OMAD. It wasn't through busting my butt in the gym, which is kind of the opposite of what we've been led to believe. It's eat, eat, eat. According to all of the experts, it's eat, eat, eat. And then you got to bust your hump and work it off in the gym. And you can only keep that up for so long. But to get back to your question, no, I really just use that RDA of calories as a guideline. I know that, okay, let's say my to maintain my weight, it's 1,700 calories a day. If I have 1,720 calories a day, it's kind of negligible. It's not going to be a major deal. But if I continually and consistently go over my baseline calorie amount every single day, I'm probably going to put on some weight, or I'm at least going to have difficulty, making any sort of good losses, even if I'm eating one meal a day. And there are a few channels out there, and I'm not going to name names, but I've seen them that say, calories don't matter, and that I'm going to eat 3,000 or 4,000 calories. Some even go as high as 5,000 calories for their one meal. And simply, I don't trust them. There's a lot of BS on YouTube. There's a lot of BS out there, and just disinformation. And I think that sort of thing would fall into that category. So, use that if you need to as a guide. If you're having difficulty, if you're having struggles, or in plateauing, you got to a certain point with OMAD and you're having difficulty, I would urge you to look at your calories and see how much are you really consuming, and kind of go from there. So the next question comes from Sylvia, and it said, "Hi, OMAD Dad. Just started OMAD. I'm on day 4, and I must admit, I feel awful. I'm so hungry. I'm weak. I have fatigue. I have swollen lymph nodes. How long does it take for one to adapt to OMAD?" That is a common question. It usually, on average, takes about a week or so, 5 to 7 days, excuse me, to get adapted fully to OMAD. You have to understand that, you've been used to going your whole life. I'm not sure how old you are, but, if you're older, then you have more years versus somebody that was, say, 20 years old. But you've gone your whole life with this idea that, we need to eat 3 meals a day. We have snacks. We can drink some of our calories as well. And it's going to take some time for your body to get used to not having food going down your gullet all the time. So most of these are, for the most part, quite common. And, hunger, weakness, fatigue, the swollen lymph nodes, I don't think, again, I'm not a doctor. I would recommend talking to a doctor about that. It sounds like you may even be coming down with a cold. It may be that, something else is wrong in your system. Maybe that you should get checked out for, but and it wouldn't help going to your doctor to just have a checkup anyway over this. But these symptoms you're describing, the hunger, the weakness, the fatigue, excuse me, these are all very common. And you're getting a constant stream of energy going through your system, and now your body is having to find alternative fuels. Nothing new is coming in. It's burning up what you've just last put in it. And once that's burned up and nothing new is coming in, it's now saying, okay, no need to panic. We have plenty in storage. We just have to switch over and get it from storage and pull it out and use it as energy. And your body is not used to doing that. It's used to, hey, let's just keep this system flowing. Just get energy in. We got a little extra today. Let's store it as fat. And so it's going to take some time. But believe me, give it a week, maybe even, you might even need a week and a half, but give it a little bit of time and you're going to feel amazing. These symptoms go away, they're temporary, and you get into a really good stride. And like now, I can't go and I could never eat 3 meals a day again. I just couldn't do it. And even with the occasional splurge day, I just don't feel right afterwards. I don't feel good. It's not a psychological thing either. It's I really don't think we need to eat all of that much food consistently all the time. And but once these little petty symptoms go away that you're having, you're able to go into your stride. You're able to get OMAD working for you, and it'll be much better. But hang in there. Yeah, the first week is, for some people, and many people actually, is going to be hell. Many people report that it's not that bad. So, it's the full spectrum here. You really have to give it a fair shot. But, overall, I would say about a week and a half. But don't definitely check if you have swollen lymph nodes or something like that. I would definitely probably check your doctor with your doctor on that. And even if you have these other lesser symptoms and you feel like going to the doctor, by all means, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not here to diagnose you. That's not my training. That's not what I do. Go to your doctor and talk to them. Have a good relationship with them. Don't seek medical advice over the internet. Go talk to your doctor and tell them about some of your concerns. Now, definitely, there are probably going to be a doctor that's going to have some difficulty with you deciding to only eat once a day. But rest assured, my doctor came around when he saw how well it did for the rest of my symptoms that I was having at the time, and I was able to get my health in order. So hang in there. I know it could be tough, but hang in there. I believe in you. We all believe in you, and we're a really good community here. Well, that is it for our viewer questions for today. I love having your questions. I love having your comments stroll in. Please feel free to continue doing that. Send them in to me. Leave them below. Email me at my email address. It's in the description of this video. I'm probably going to plan on having another live video fairly soon. I just got to find some time now that the holidays are coming up. It's getting pretty hectic again, but I'll try and slip another live broadcast in there again so we can reconnect. But that is it for me for today, folks. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Have a great week. Happy OMAD, and be well.